Hey guys, Ouija here, back today with another video. Today's video is going to be a gameplay review of Florian. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So we are going first in this matchup. Normally, I like to just set up a 6-card hand and pass, but here we do draw the first card and we do start at lower life. So kind of just want to see where he's at, if he's willing to leak a point of damage or give us 2 cards to block this. He does give us 2 cards. So because of that, we know the most that he can block is 6. So we are going to send an infecting shot for 8, threatening 2 blood rots. If he wants to cover this up, he will have to give us armor, which is really nice for us. In this match, you really want to get rid of his armor as quickly as possible. It'll make the game infinitely easier for you. So he does just give us 1 card, which is interesting. That usually means that he's holding on to a defense reaction. So that was nice that we were able to leak some damage and 2 blood rots. Here he's just going to pitch to grasp and play an Autumn's Touch for 7. We are just going to take this damage. And because we think that he has a defense reaction in his hand based on how he blocked last turn, this Remorseless is really strong. We do have a yellow to load it with Dreadbore and buff it up, so we'll lock him out of defense reactions completely, which is really nice. In this match, you're really just trying to play like this kind of value game and just leak as much damage as possible, forcing him to block and not able to really decompose easy. Because we are lower life, we do play the Sigil because he is running Reaping Blade. We could have waited until after this Remorseless just to hold more information or whatever, but it's fine. We are coming in for 9 with this Remorseless, threatening a Ponder token. He does block 5, which I guess is fine depending on what he does with his hand. I don't know if he thought that he was going to play a defense reaction for the 4 to cover it up. He probably did, to be honest. A lot of people just forget about Dreadbore and the Remorseless text of not being able to play from Arsenal whenever it's loaded face up. So he is coming at us with an Arcane Seeds. We just say that's fine. Okay, so I guess he just wanted to play out his hand. He still is probably sitting on a defense reaction in Arsenal. It's not really any way we can lock him out of playing the defense reaction. We do not have another Remorseless. We do have Codex, but Codex puts it face down, so we cannot lock him out of the Arsenal. So we are just going to hit him with some breakpoints, coming out with a Rabble for 4. He's just going to take the damage. Most people do. They're more worried about an arrow. Yep, and here we can just, since we can't play the Sigil because we are higher life and he is on the Reaping Blade, we can just trench it away for the resource. Come in with an infecting shot just to threaten more damage. I think the infecting shot is worth more value here. He's more than likely not going to play more than 1 action if we were to choose to play the Remorseless. So threatening the Blood Rod is nice. This is also coming in with a Lace with Inertia and Seek and Destroy, so it's threatening his Arsenal. So yeah, he did have the defense reaction in Arsenal, which we figured. He's going to banish, he's going to block a clean 11. Nice on him. We still do get the Ponder from the Frailty, so that's nice. And we do have... We have a not so great hand. So this is a blocking hand. Yeah, we're just gonna prevent as much damage here. We do draw the collapsing trap. We're just gonna AB with that. We don't really get value off this inertia trap that we have in Arsenal because he doesn't have anything in his hand, but it will still pay him for damage. So yeah, we're just gonna block as much as we can here. I believe we're just gonna, block with the 2-block and the inertia trap. Okay, so I choose to block with the Rabble here, valuing the Seek and Destroy more. Just because on my turn, I don't really want to just send a Rabble for 4. I'd rather keep the Seek and Destroy kind of set up for a bigger turn, threaten his arsenal. We really just want to be threatening his arsenal as much as possible, just because we're on the Dreadbore. It really makes his blocking a lot more awkward, and that's how we're able to win this match and just leak the damage. Excuse me. Okay, so his hand was not great. Yeah, he's just coming in for 3 go again. Trying to see if we can utilize our entire hand. Yeah, just gonna save a little bit of life here, block with the Falcon Wing. Comes in with the Reaping Blade for 3. So we can block 3 here and just send like a huge endless arrow, which is what we're gonna do. He is gonna have an Embodiment of Earth. So there I just valued just preserving life a little bit and sending a big endless arrow. And this way we do also play around Face Purgatory. Yeah, and here in this match, I find that you really want to use your Snapdragon and Bullseye Bracers like pretty much always on an Endless Arrow, unless you just kind of like draw some insane hand. But you really just want to be pushing as much damage as possible. Yeah, so here he did decide to block. We do still get a Ponder token, which is nice. And we do get a Release Attention, which is also really good. Unfortunately, he does play the Command and Conquer, and we do draw an Inertia Trap, so our hand kind of sucks at blocking. I believe we're just going to just trench this away and just take the damage. Which is really unfortunate. Release Attention is like super good against Florian. Yeah, so we're just gonna trench. Believe we're just gonna play out the Rain Razors, Pre-Med, Codex, and trench away the Inertia Trap. Yep. Probably shoot another Infecting Shot. Would be a Heat Seeker if we had one, but we don't. And normally a big mistake that a lot of people make against these Earth heroes like Verdance and Florian is playing the Codex of Frailty whenever they have an empty arsenal. Here we kind of are forced to do it because we didn't draw an arrow and he doesn't have an arsenal, so obviously it's better to threaten something than to just pass. But they will almost always just choose Felling of the Crown, which is just really good value for them. So if you can avoid it, do not Codex of Frailty whenever they have an empty arsenal. I said here we're forced to, but it should be okay. At least it's later in the game and we're threatening damage. Or threatening to kill him. He's only at 11. Yeah, so we grab the Infect Me shot. We shoot over 10. He does give us the rest of his armor, which is really nice. Now we can just kind of play this breakpoint game of like shooting arrows for 7 with on hits. And he still only has 4. He will have 7 decompose after this. So he's still not online and he's really low on health, which is exactly where we want to be. And our health is still pretty healthy. And I think we still have 2 sigils left in the deck. So that's nice. See what we do here. I think looking at this, I probably would just take this damage, trench away the Heat Seeker, load the Bolton shot to give it the +1 for go again, and then Seek and Destroy the Searing Shot, which would threaten a total of 4 from the Bolton, 7 from the Searing Shot, 8 if the Searing Shot hits. So threatening 11, possibly 12. Which is lethal and he has no armor. So this is really good for us. Yeah, so everything we send now is pretty much going to be a breakpoint. He's going to have to basically just leak 1 point of damage almost every time. And he still is at 7 decompose, so he still needs to find a window to get the 8th card in there, or else we should just win the game. Yeah, so here we have full control of the game. He did keep 1 card. Hopefully it's a defense reaction because we do have the release attention. So we are just going to send 14 damage at him here with the release on the Bolton shot and then an E-Strike for 7. So like I said earlier, getting the armor is super important. We didn't even find a drill shot this game and we were still able to force him to use armor. Yeah, so he's just going to be leaking damage. He gave us 3 cards on that Bolton shot. He did have the defense reaction for the inline strike, so he did cover up everything, but he has nothing in hand. And now if he draws any more defense reactions, he's not going to be able to play them because of Dreadbore, unless we attack with normal actions, but we can play around that. Yeah, so here I think we... Not sure what we do. I think we're just going to push as much damage here. So we do choose to go again, and we're just going to end with the E-Strike for 7. So threatening 12 damage. It was... the Murkmire would have been 6 with the Rain Razors, so we gain 1 more point of value from here. The only downside is whether or not we wanted to play around if he had defense reactions or not, and I just chose not to. So yeah, now he's at 1. We should just win the game from here. He's just gonna have to give us his whole hand basically every turn. We don't have any go again here, which is unfortunate, so this is a small window for him to get back in the game. So I choose to play the Murkmire here, just because obviously he's at 1. He's going to have to block whatever I send into him out regardless. but I didn't want him to get value off of Seeds of Tomorrow. Or, yeah, I didn't want him to get a value off of Seeds of Tomorrow. Fills an Arsenal. Wanted to force him to kind of like block 2 cards from his hand. And that way, if that is a Seeds, it's kind of useless for him right now. And he just has a 2-card hand. So he does play Plow Under. Yeah, so here we're just gonna... I think we're just gonna block with 1 card and probably send a Remorseless. Or maybe even the Searing Shot. Don't remember. Yeah, it looks like we want to block with the... Now's a good time to give New Horizon since we don't have an Arsenal we care about. Probably not going to double Arsenal for the rest of the game. So just save as much life as we can. Then we're just going to Dreadbore the Searing Shot for 5. Yeah, I think I chose to play it this way because if we load in the Searing Shot for 5, and we only have 1 card in hand, he basically is incentivized to just give us 2 cards, and we'll just Arsenal pass. If he wants to play around the Rain Razors, he would have to give us 3 cards. And so yeah, we do have the Rain Razors for the game. So yeah, that's just one of the ways this matchup can go. You know, you really have to just keep on the gas. Do not let Florian get set up. Let me see. Yeah, do not let Florian get set up. Do not let him get the Decompose. Prioritize disrupting his Arsenal and just playing value. Like, just be smart about what you're doing. Do not Codex whenever they have an empty Arsenal if you can avoid it. And yeah, obviously these are just, you know, Talishar games. Don't take anything too serious. I'm sure your local buddy, you know, you can't beat them or whatever. Every match is different. In my experience, this typically is how the match can go. It's usually very close. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like the video and subscribe if you liked the video. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.